They wanted to scam a whole Igbo girl like me. One of the biggest scams in Germany is the housing scam. Yeah, where you're looking for an apartment, for example, and then you go online to search for one, and you get contacted, or you contact a person who says they have an apartment. They send you pictures, they have everything is looking all legit, or probably it's not looking as legit. Probably you didn't take your time to really, really look carefully, Somehow they get you to believe that, yes, this is really an apartment that's up for rent, and then that you have to send them the caution to be able to book the apartment in your name, because getting an apartment in this country is difficult. Is a serious task. Like, it's really, really difficult to find apartments in a lot of cities in Germany, especially in the bigger cities, because everyone is looking for an apartment. I don't even know how and why this is the case. So it is very easy for people to fall for this scam here, because everyone is scrambling. They want to just secure the apartment, and for you to secure your apartment, they ask you to pay the caution fee. The caution fee usually is 3 months of your rent, which usually will be given back to you when you are leaving the apartment. So if you're leaving the apartment and there's nothing damaged in the apartment, everything is fine, you've cleaned up the whole place, nothing needs to be done in terms of cleaning or whatever, then your caution fee will be given back to you completely. But if some work needs to be done, let's say some painting work or some cleaning, but probably you didn't clean the apartment properly, and then the landlord needs to get someone to clean the apartment, they're going to remove the cost of that cleaning from the money. Or you broke something in the apartment, they're going to remove the cost of that repair that needs to be done, which was cost by you in the apartment. So they'll remove that money from the caution, and then they'll give you the rest of it. Sometimes if the damage or the thing that needs to be done is too much, that is much more than your caution fee, then you probably have to refund some money to the owner of the house. But that was not my case, yeah. Mine was the new scam in town. So one day I was going to my own peacefully. I was heading to the office, and then on the way, someone called me, a number called, and on the number, it was just a number, and then there was Bonn underneath to show that, okay, the number was coming from Bonn. So I picked the call, hello, hello, and then the person said something in German. My German is really terrible, but the general idea I got was that if I pressed 1, I was going to talk to somebody. So I'm like, okay, I pressed 1, and then the call got connected. And then the person picks the call and says, they're calling from the police department, and that my name is what, yeah, and they're calling because there was a complaint lodged against me. Police? Complaint against me? My God. Like, I was like, what? In my head, I was already going through all the things that happened so far. I'm like, what could I have possibly done that would warrant someone reporting me to the police? Now, as a foreigner, you don't want to have any dealings with the police, yeah? I don't know if this is the same thing with everyone, but for me personally, as a foreigner, I don't want to have any business with the police where I'm in the wrong, of course. If I'm not in the wrong, okay, that's not a problem. But where I'm in the wrong, no, I don't want I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to complicate my life in this country. So I was like, what? Then he said, yeah, that some complaints were lodged against me, that some illegal activities has been connected to my account, be traced to my account, that recently there has been a transfer of about 40,000 euros from my account to an account in Mexico, something like that. I was like, 40,000 euros? Now, in Germany, if an unexplainable amount of money moves through your account, the government is going to be on your ass, because if there's a certain amount of cash that flows in and out of your account, it is reasonable, it is understandable. They can say, okay, this was where these funds are coming from and all. Once some ridiculous amount of money just shows up on your account from nowhere, or moves from your account from nowhere, you understand? It's like, why? Where is this money from? Something like that. So it's understandable that someone that could trigger an investigation or whatever. But he was like, okay, that my account has been linked with about 20 different accounts, and there's even something with drugs in. So the story was so long. There's something with drugs in Mexico. I was like, Hey, what are you talking about? What? I was like, wait, slow down. I was like, first, I quickly brought out a book from my bag and started writing down information, because I wanted to get everything that he's saying and write it down so I can think about it properly when I need to do whatever. So I was like, okay, first of all, what's your name? He told me his name. I said it was a badge number. He gave me his badge number. I wrote it down. Then he said that my account was linked to the 2 addresses where my account and my name were linked to in Berlin. I'm like, hey, you put 1 minute. So I said, what are the addresses? He told me. I wrote down the addresses, 2 addresses. I wrote it down. I was like, okay, so you said what happened again? So he explained everything. I was like, then he said, do I know, am I aware of any of this? I was like, definitely not. I don't even know what you're talking about. This is news to me. So he was like, it is possible, of course, that I might not be involved in all of this, but that they need to be sure and they need to do their investigation. That is why they have been instructed to get in touch with me and get to seeing how all of this can be resolved. I was like, okay, so what are we doing? They said, okay, first of all, let's go through all of this information. Something, I forgot what he even explained. He was like, okay, that he needs to transfer me to his boss. I said, okay. Then I waited for a minute. Hold, tack, they played their music. Then I finally got connected to the boss. So when he started talking, he was like, okay, that my name is this, and there was a complaint about me concerning this, my account. He just gave me the whole story all over again. I was like, yeah. The previous guy has already given me this rundown. Then he said, okay, that am I familiar with these transactions? I was like, definitely not. I'm not. Then he said, okay, that they've been instructed to shut down the account and what pending when of this transaction, when all of this investigation is sorted. Okay, and then he said that they understand that I probably might not be aware of all of this that's going on, so that all of this will be sorted. I shouldn't worry myself. But that first of all, that they're going to ask me a few questions, and I'm going to give them some information so that they can get to work on whatever, and then they are going to let me know the way forward. I said, okay, no problems. They said, okay, that how many bank accounts do I have? I said, just one. They said, what's the name of the bank? I told them the name of the bank. They said, okay. Then I asked, how many credit cards do I have? I said, one. And then they said, okay, what's the credit limit on the credit card? So at that point that my head began to reset. I was like, wait a damn minute. Wait a minute. First of all, why are these guys talking to me in English? Now, if you are talking to anyone from the government in Germany, the first thing they talk to you is in German. It is when they speak to you in German and then you request to be spoken to in English that probably your German is bad. Then if the person speaks English, the person can talk to you in English, or the person will refer you to someone who can speak English or whatever, or the person tell you kind of English or something. They are not going to start speaking to you in English directly. So why were these guys just talking to me in English from the moment I picked the call? That's from the moment I started talking to a person, not the recording. So I was like, wait, why am I giving you this information? First of all, you are the government, you have my information, you have everything concerning my bank account, and I'm sure you have all of this. So why are you asking me for this information? He said, no, that I hope I know that they're going to block the account soon and they're trying to work on what, that the police will be in my house by tomorrow. I said, when is the police going to be in my house? They said tomorrow. I said, what time? They said they're going to call me to give me a time when they will come. I said, okay, you know what? Because first of all, I didn't receive any document showing that I have a problem or whatever with the police and all of that. I know that normally all of this information should have gotten to me by post. So that I haven't received anything. So when the policemen are coming to my house tomorrow, that they should please come with all the documents concerning this investigation. That I would like to have them. I would like to go through them and know where it is that I can offer my support or whatever it is that I need to help with to push the investigation forward. And then the guy said, no, that they are supposed to begin to start the processes and all of that. I was like, no. They said they're going to go ahead and shut down the account. I said, no problems, go ahead and shut it down. What am I even using the account to do anyway? I said, no problems, go ahead and shut the account down. That when the police comes to my house and they come with the documents, please, they should come with all the things that they will be needing to show me a proof that they're from the police, show me documents showing this accusation and the investigation and all of that. I would like to have all of this. So that when I'm doing my own, documentation or something, I can have something, to have in my, as documents that were sent to me from the police and all. The guy said, oh, they're going to go ahead and shoot. I said, no problem. I'll be waiting for you guys tomorrow. And he said, okay, thank you, bye. And that's how the call ended. And then in my head, I was going, why is the police talking to me in German? Why is the police asking for my account document? Yes, they already told me my name in the beginning when I spoke to them. So it's okay. There's no way I could hide that anyway. But why is he asking me for my credit limit? What's their business with my credit limit? They already know my credit limit. The government already knows because these guys have all your information. They already know my credit limit. They already know how much is in my account. In fact, you just told me that some money was transferred from so you already know all of this information. Why are you asking me for it? Why don't you want me to give you details? Look at this table. I was so upset because I started thinking in my head that this is ridiculous. Like, it doesn't even make sense. I even now looked at the address they gave to me. The address was not even complete. The address didn't have a house number, and the postal code was missing one number. I was like, oh my God. Oh my, this is what panic can do to you, yeah? Once you panic like this, certain things can just go south, Like you just begin to act irrationally and everything can just go south. I was like, oh my God. I was so upset. I was upset with myself that I spoke to these guys for up to 15 minutes because we're going back and forth on all the details of all the things, all the criminal activities that's going on my account. Oh my God. So I was done with that and then I went upstairs. I got to the office and I asked my colleagues, I told my colleagues what had happened. I gave them the story, all the details of everything that happened. And they were like, oh my God, that's a scam. That's definitely a scam. I was like, yeah. Now this confirms my concern that this is definitely a scam. Of course, the next day, nobody showed up at my apartment. No police person showed up at my apartment with anything. So of course, now my colleagues told me that, look, if a policeman even shows up at your apartment, the policeman don't even open your door completely. According to what she said, it was like, don't even open your door completely. Stay from your people. Say, okay, that is that. Then ask them for an identification. They shouldn't even enter your apartment without a proper identification and all of that to prove that they're supposed to be there. If they need to even enter your apartment, there should be a warrant and all of that. If not, attend to them at the door. This guy was like, ha! I was like, oh my God, these people. And in fact, the person that was talking to me on that call didn't even have a German accent. This person was talking to me in English, and as I think about it, as I thought about it rather, I realized that, wait, this person that was talking to me is definitely an Asian. So, my God, it doesn't mean that Asians don't work in the government, no, but I'm just saying that a lot of all these small clues that I could have picked up on if I was a bit calmer, because I was already amped up. I was like, oh my God, police, and all of that. I was already freaked. If I was a bit calmer, I probably wouldn't have even spoken to them for that long. My God, my people, that's how I was almost scammed. Because if I had given them my details, like they asked for in fear, and then of course I would have gotten into my account and taken the small money that I don't even have. And I would have taken it. Can you imagine these people? Anyway, it's another day of my experiences here in Germany. I'll see you guys next time. Do have a fantastic time. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And if subscribe, I'm always saying subscribe. Oh shit. Subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Do have a fantastic week, guys. See you next time.